Greetings, Minecrafters. Nonsanity here, and welcome to another episode of Avant 3 here on the FTOG server. I'm ready to do one more step in the massive Induction Matrix plan, and that is the basic Tier 1 cells. So, let's get building. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I hate when I go down instead of up. Yeah. That's a Minecraft crotch shot. I'm very sorry. Let's get the camera up here. I see that there's a pumpkin in the background. It is near Halloween here. So let's go take a look. Let's go see what somebody's done. They did it on the tree that was never finished here in the middle of town. I think it was Grok that did this. Enter for either a trick or a treat. Shall we risk it? Black lamps. Alright. Let's empty up my hands here. Walk right in. I got some cow skin. Is that what you get every time? Oh, I got cobble. Alright. I don't think there's anything that could be a treat in this game anymore. It looks like we've got a rash of mineral sapling leaves here, or mineral saplings and some leaves. I wonder if somebody was looking for some. And I've got a new friend here in my base. Yes, it is a polar bear. Hello, Mr. Polar Bear, who's sort of floating in the air right now because you're trying to go up steps that are too small for you. I have named him Ursa P. Majors. He's a test pilot. And I love how he likes sticking his face into the wall like a directionally challenged ostrich. That's a wall, dude. There's nothing in there. They really need to do more with... Some of the mods need to add stuff for the bears. Like, I want to be able to... Let's put away my treats here. I think I've got some horse armor. Yeah, some horse armor. And I want to be able to put horse armor on him and have an armored bear. Oh, maybe I need to have a compass in my other hand. Yeah, well, I didn't make the compass out of gold, but then it'll be a clock, so I guess that wouldn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Darn. I really wanted an armored bear. Another possibility is, like, forestry should reprogram the bears so that if they come close to one of the forestry beehives, they walk up, sit down next to it, and start eating. That would be awesome. Alright, so what are we doing? We've got, if you see on my list here, I've got all the gold and stuff. Now I've got 2,310,124 energy tablets, and it says I need 2,310,144. Oh, because I've taken a bunch, and I did have exactly enough, but I've put a few in here in preparation for our next step. So I do have enough of those, exactly enough. I had to make a dozen or so by hand. The casings, I need 348,160. I've got 354,000. That went over a little bit. That's fine. So now we're going to do the next stage, which... If you look at the induction matrix, is the basic induction cells core, which is a basic energy cube. So I've gone to my program and I've read how many of those I will need to make. And if I get 5 64Ks, 1 16K, 3 4Ks, I only need another 160. So as this starts to fill out, I'll pull out 160 by hand and stick them in there. And then when these are all full, it'll be done. But now to make this, the pattern is one of these top and bottom, that in the middle, iron on either side, and glowstone in the corners. That makes you the basic energy cube, and we're going to apply the recipe. Oh, and I just made one. But I've already remembered what I had here. That's enough for 1 plus extra energy tablets because they don't stack. These will all be stacked. I'll have a stack of cores, 4 stacks of redstone, 2 stacks of iron. It's enough to make a stack of these cubes, but I fill all the rest in with these things because they don't stack. But now to fill that, let's get some of these extraction ports. There we go. And teach them each of these materials. So iron on that one. Do the steel casings there. And the energy tablet there. And they'll all be set to whitelist. There we go. Hook them up with some conduits. And another piece of conduit to connect to the crafter. These are all the exporters from the last episode. They finished their job overnight of emptying out all the drives, so everything's in there. This will be an insert. I should have filled in those last 2. Yep, good. I know a lot of people... Oh, I missed. A lot of people just tend to turn that to off. But that means this thing does react to redstone. If there happens to be redstone nearby, it might behave in a way I'm not expecting. So for now, I always use the redstone always active. It ignores redstone completely, which I always found is a little safer. So there it's filling everything up. I may have to put some speed upgrades in there. Oh, did I lose all the speed upgrades when I broke the cables from before? Oh, I hope that's not the case. I hate making those upgrades, but I think they do disappear when you break them, which really sucks. Alright, so that's full. And it's made some basic energy cubes. Now to get them out, I hear you down there, bear. I'll put it like that. I don't want anything going into there, so we'll disconnect that. This will be the insert, and this will be extract all the ways on. There it goes. I definitely need to put speed on the energy tablets one, because that's the bottleneck. Where are they going? Oh, I should have broken this. It's probably going into one of these. Yep. That one's got 44. The rest are all empty. And that's a 64K, so I'll take one of these empty 64Ks and swap it out. And I'll set the priority for this one to 1. Oop. So it'll come here first. But yeah, it's going pretty slow. I'll have to get some of those upgrades. Let's see. Speed upgrade. These guys, give me a whole stack. Yeah. Or at least as many as you can. 15 in there. How's that doing? Redstone, need more redstone. That was this one. Upgrades in there. How we doing now? Where's the bottleneck? I don't know. That looks like everything. No, it looks like the iron's going down now. Iron is the bottleneck. Let's put half a stack in there. Alright, now it looks like the output is the bottleneck. Alright, well, the tablets are now the thing that stops us. That's the bottleneck. I can't speed that one up anymore without putting a port on the other side, but at some point, you gotta just say, alright, that's fast enough. So how fast is it filling here? Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't need a ton of them. But that's counting up pretty good. In little bursts. I can live with that. This one is empty. Let's actually just tear these down. And I'm just going to store them in the easy storage until I need them. Drives to the last few. Alright. Put away these. And it's running. So, we just got to let those fill up, and we'll have the next stage in the master plan. And I will be back when it is done. And we're back on the next day. Everything has finished making itself here, all the basic energy cubes. I'm currently draining via all these guys, and some more back there around the corner. Maximize the speed, and they're all coming into here. Let's see, energy cubes. There we go. Got 24,000 now. I made the 160 manually that I needed extra, over top of what I've got from these 5 64s, the 3 4s, and the 116. So as soon as that's full, or empty, I can do the next step. These I also disabled and emptied out, so they're ready to populate with whatever the next piece will need. And let's see, the next piece I think I'm going to make is the basic induction cell. Here we're going to use the lithium. More of the energy tablets and the basic energy cube I just got. So I'm going to disable the output. Yeah. And let's get the parts we need. Redstone, I need the lithium. And an energy cube. And I get a few more of these. I'll come back and get more in a moment. So, 4 lithium. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah, I got it clear. Forget. Alright, 4 lithium. 4 of these. And 1 of those. And then, because I want to pad this extra space with these items that don't stack, let's see. If I have 4 and 4 and 4, and I have 1 and 1 and 1, that's probably a good idea. So let's have enough for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got an extra one, but that's okay. So I got 4 there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And I've got an extra space, so I'll just stick. It doesn't matter what I put in there. A piece of cable. We're going to remember these. Alright. Now let's get some out of here and use them to program 3 of these. Whitelist for that. That should now be filling up. Yep. Whitelist for that. And those are now full. Whitelist for that, and that's full. Okay. And now I'll just program the recipe into it. And apply it. It'll start making some. These stack. That's good. So let's make sure that the tablet one is maxed out in speed. It is not. I don't need the ones here. Pad it out. And put some in there. This one can be less. There we go. So these are still the bottleneck, but without getting fancier, that's good enough. Now I gotta figure out how many of those I need. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, the number is 262,144 basic cells. So I finished draining out the basic cells, and now we're ready to turn this on and start making, oops. Yes, no. Extract, insert. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 64K cells. No, yeah, here's a fifth one. Thought I had a fifth one. Oh, you can't swap them like that. All right. Yeah, 5 64Ks, 1 4K, and 2 1K, and then the remaining 144 I made by I ran off, and actually there's a little bit extra here. I think I put the 144 over here already. Let's see, induction, yeah, 159, and then 2 that have a little bit, or 1 that has a little bit of power in it. That's the provider. This one has a little bit of power in it, so if I empty that out, it would stack with the rest, and we'd have 160. I actually only need 144. All right, we got a few extras. That's fine. So why is this not running? Oh, because it has no recipe. Let's give it the recipe again. For those, and for those, there we go. Apply, and it's cooking. One more step in the process, but now with this one, this is where we've sort of, from here on, it's going to be much smaller crafting steps. So here's where we're going to use them. We're going to need to make advanced control circuits. I may have to make some more of these basic control circuits. I'm not sure I've got that many of those. But that'll be another step, and I will be back when more is happening with this project, because this is going to be a little while. Well, that's going too slow. That's that one. That's full up. Yeah, I guess that's just as fast as it goes. This is using a lot of non-stackable items. I could speed it up a little bit more. Let me grab another energy cell here, and since this one isn't doing anything, let's set it to extract, and I need some more of the speed upgrades. Need another stack of redstone torches, I think. $17. All right, well, that's enough to pop into here. I think I can toss the extras somewhere. Yeah, toss them here. All right, there. That's filling up a little bit better. All right, back a little bit from now. Now you may be wondering, why can we see you, Mr. Nonsanity? You only do that at the beginning of episodes. Well, it's been long enough that it almost feels like a beginning of a new episode to me. It wasn't a little bit that I came back. It's been a lot of bit. It's just this process has been, well, rather boring. Let me pop everything back on here and hop down and show you what's been going on. All the crafting has been done in this same one crafter here. Basically making, for the most part, just the energy cubes and energy tablets as I needed them. A little bit of steel casings, just these guys, and I would set all these extraction ports to the various materials that I need as I went, and they all come in here on the side of the builder. I would have this cable detached, the output that's sending the stuff back into my storage, and I would set just the right number of drives to hold whatever piece that I'm currently creating, and when it was done making it, then I'd rehook this back up, I'd disable this thing, and drain everything back into the system, and then make the next piece. Right now it's draining. Oh, it's finished. They're all empty. That was fast. It was draining the enriched alloys because up here I made another small setup where it was taking... I seem to have miscalculated on the alloys, and so I made these guys, making me lots and sticking it into some drives up here on a separate refined storage system. And I just logged on to drain that out, so I'd move them over here and drain them back into the system. So these can all be removed. It's a little flaky about getting these. There we go. I'm just going to put all the empties in here for now. Go on. Because this is where we're at. I need 262,144 level 1 induction cells. So that's the green ones here, the basic induction cells. I have, if this opens up, oh, looks like we got some lag here. Yeah, I may have to be back in just a moment. Okay, it seems to be responding now correctly. Alright, so yeah, I've got 326,900. It's almost 327,000. So I got more than enough basic induction cells. Then I've got the cubes necessary to make the next 3 upgrades to these guys. Let's look at those. It says I need 65,000 of the level 2 energy cubes. And I've got 65,568. I need 65,536. So I've got, half a stack more than I need. For the elite, which is cube 3, I need 16,384 of those. I've got 16,411, so I've got, about a half a stack more of those. The ultimate energy cubes, version 4, I've got 4,100, and I need 4,096, so I've got 4 extra of those. I still have about a half a stack of basic energy cubes to spare. Now, I only have 60 energy tablets, and for this next stage of upgrading the purple here through all the greens, I need 344 energy tabs, and I've got 60. So I'm going to need 1 million plus gold, more than 500,000 alloy, which is what has been going on up here, and 1.376. Well, that's strangely... I'm missing a digit there, I think. I need a lot of redstone. Now, I got the redstone. I got 6 million redstone. No problem there. The alloy, I now have 688 million. 392, and I need 688,128. Good, we're good there. And the gold, I was getting close last I looked. I'm still just a few thousand short. But I've got the farms running over here making gold, and they've been working overnight to get me up to what I need. So I think I can go ahead and start production of this last phase, and the gold will catch up as it progresses. So let's get this set up. So I'm going to need energy. Well, let's see. Let's look at the recipes here. So we have the basic. We're going to go to the advanced. You need 4 basic, 4 energy tablets, and the advanced energy cube. So I've got the cube set. I'm going to need to make the energy tablets, and I'm going to need to import the basic induction cells. So let's start making sure that we've got, let's see. All right, there's gold. There's redstone, and there's the enriched alloy. So we've got those 3, and we have the recipe here for the energy tablet set up. So I'm going to reserve some room. In here for these tablets. That's probably good. And I want to reserve room for their ingredients. That's this, this, and this. So let's actually take one away, and then the whole top row is for energy tablet construction. Now we're going to need these guys, and we're going to need the energy cubes. That, and that. I'm probably going to want to have multiples of them. It doesn't sort them. Alright, so we need these. That's ultimate. Let's put it down here. Elite, advanced. Ultimate, elite, advanced. Ultimate, elite, advanced. I got one more of each. So let's shift these like this. Elite, ultimate, advanced. So 4 of each. I probably should have more of these, but that's okay. Actually, let's only do 3 of each because I need to save room for the intermediate stages. So I can clear out these recipes. I don't need them anymore. And instead we're going to start with this one. There it is. We're going to apply that, and we're going to set that to internal. So it will make it, instead of putting it in the output, it'll stick it in here. And so I'm going to temporarily disable this one. And just flick this on for a second. There we go. We got one. So that'll preserve its spot. And I can fill that space in and get a few more of the energy tablets. This time I'll remember to remember everything. Alright, and then the next step is the blue one, which we actually need 4 of these. So let me turn it back on again. And get a few more of the energy cells. Alright. Toss that in. And more of these. There, we got 4. Alright. Now we can program this recipe in. Put it in that slot. And it is not running. Why is it not running? Oh, because it's set to external. Let's set it to internal. Still should have run. We have 4 of those. We have an elite. Oh, we don't have any more of the energy tabs. Let's get some more tabs. Tab. Just fill up my inventory with those. Oh, it's doing... It did another one of those. Alright, now... I probably should reverse the order of these. Let's grab that and stick it down here, and then clear that one. Yes, and this, I'm going to move it to here. Clear that one. All right. No. I take that back. Let's move them up like this. Apply that there. Oh. Come on, this one, apply here. I can't, I gotta clear it. Apply it. Apply that one there. Clear this one. Okay. Because it'll make the first one it can, and I want it to make the upper levels first. So now, if I give it... What is it missing for this guy? Energy tablets, 4 of those, and an elite. It should make it... Oh, well, make it internal. But it's still not making it. Why is it not making it? Energy tablets. Advanced induction cells. An elite energy cube. this may have some troubles telling the difference between these energy cubes. I've seen this before when doing this automation, that some of these just don't, that this, certain crafters won't recognize them as being unique, which is a problem. I've even found one crafter that would take lower level ones in place of the higher level ones, which was to my advantage, but I didn't like that sort of bug. Alright, well, let me figure out if I can fix this at all, and I'll be right back. Okay. I had to do some redesigning. It just wasn't going to work in one crafter, because it couldn't tell the difference between the different energy cubes. So, what we've got is now 4 crafters, these 3 and this one behind. And they're still hooked up to the raw ingredients over here. This one is the Elite, this one is the Advanced, this one is the Ultimate Energy Cube, and then these 3 up from here are the ingredients for the energy tabs, the gold, the redstone, and the enriched alloy, and over here is the basic induction cells, which I've already made. Those are all coming through this pipe, and I'm going to be using filters. So first we come to this back one here. This is an in and out port, in and out. The insert is set to only take gold, enriched alloy, and redstone, and the output has a speed increase. So I've got it blocked off with alabaster here. So the recipe is 4 redstone, I have 4 slots, 3 gold, 3 slots, 2 enriched alloy, 2 slots. That way it's in equal quantities, and it should make these at maximum speed. It's already started making some over here because it's turned on. They'll be extracted and put back into the same pipe, which only goes into it currently, the first 2. They're set to insert only with a filter, set to take, this first one is energy tablets, basic induction cells, advanced energy cube. And it's got lots of room for energy tablets. It's got a room for a stack of the induction cells, and room for 1 advanced energy cube. I might make that more, but this should be fast enough. We'll see. I have it set to speed fast. I have not programmed its recipe yet, so let's do that now. So we're making these. And it's going to be external, apply. There it goes. It's making them, and it's shipping them out. I've got this set to export with upgrades. Import here into this guy. So here it's now filled up with the induction cells. Now we can make the next recipe, which is this guy. Apply it. And now it's making those cells. Again, export with upgrades, import, and now this is building up its storage of these. But now it also needs the tablets and the ultimate energy cube, so now I can hook it up to this import pipe. Oh, and I need to disable that. Hopefully that didn't cause any problems. It shouldn't, because I have the alabaster everywhere. Alright, so everything's working just fine here so far. It's ready for the final step. And the last piece here is an input chest. This is one of the modular storage with a wireless storage module back to my 4-page storage module here, the 4th page of which is also linked down here. So anything coming into the system, which is currently my gold essence from the gold farm, gets sucked from these 2 pipes into an input into the easy storage. That's always been the case. It's the same as going to the 4th page. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. This page is that same storage. So anything I stick in here goes back into storage. So it'll put them out, and these also have the upgrades. So I'm only 14 because I ran out, but that's fine. So let's teach it this final recipe. Apply. There it goes. And it stopped. Why did it stop? Oh, because it got an advanced energy cube. I forgot to set the filter here. Let's do that. See, even with those spots locked to a specific energy cube, it doesn't really follow that. So I need a tab of this and a cell. That's the ultimate. I need to grab one of, well, I should already have it in there. Grab one of these. Filled up already. So let's set the filter. Tabs. Those. And these. Okay. Take that out. It should only fill up with those. Good. I can jam it with the rest of these that I have in my inventory. There we go. That's it. We should now be seeing this count is going up of the ultimate induction cells. And if all my numbers are correct, when this finishes, we should have 4,096. Or close enough. Maybe a few more, maybe a few less. But that will be enough for a max size induction matrix. Now all we have to do is let it run. So I think I am going to go see Dr. Strange. That should be fun. See you later. And I'm back. Doctor Strange is a great movie. And now let's see. Let's see. It looks like it stopped. It stopped. All right. So we had 262 induction ones. They should have been upshifted to level 4, and we should have 4,096. And actually, at one point, Link came by and dropped off some random pieces of induction matrix that he had, including one ultimate. So there'll be one more than planned. 4,097, and there's the one he gave me, which has power in it. So I got one more than needed. Actually, several more than needed, because I have providers that need to go in there too. So we've got a little bit extra. It's done. Let's get these. Let's get, look how many of these things are. I'm going to need to make more than one trip into my inventory here, and I'm filling this up. Get in there. Get in there. So I already have all the induction casings I need. Induction. It takes more than 2 inventories of these things. And there's like so many materials going to. Is that full? That's full. I guess I gotta put them on the page 2 here. It's probably arguably a better place to put them in the first place. Let's see about taking them out. And moving them to page 2. If you don't know how I'm doing this, moving them all at once, here it's, well, go to this page. Come on, there we go. Holding down Shift and clicking and moving back and forth between 2. Get stuff. Oh, I do want the providers. Or that's an ultimate energy cube. These are the providers. And get some of the casings while I'm here. And then move to page 2 and then hold down Shift and just sort of drag over everything. Which, if there's an update, it undoes some of what I was moving. And get the rest of these, including the induction ports. I made like a bunch of them. There we go. Oh, I just put them right back where they were. I thought I clicked the button, but I guess I didn't. Click. There they all are. Oop. Get in there. All right, and now it's time to go build it. And the question is, where at the new base? I have been working on the walls a little bit. You see that now the vertical columns are white. I think I like that better. I was wondering if I should make the horizontal white, but I sort of like it the dark. The question is, should I have the white be predominant going vertical or leave the horizontal sticking out here? I've also been simplifying it a little bit. Notice this one's got this nice little sort of depressed, let's see, that should go all the way out to the edge, but it doesn't. Has that sort of depressed section here. Well, this is solid. Actually, no, there's a reason I did that. I should put that back. Yeah, the reason is because if you look at F7, I guess I've got enough natural light coming in, it's not showing up. But these, in the dark, these would be spawnable locations. Whereas over here, this would not, because it's down one. But the main thing is they're solid now, which uses more material, but the recipe to make them has been improved, so it makes a lot more for the die. So I'd rather have it solid, because this counts as a single block. Basically, I think that is just a solid block. Yep, it is. No chisel involved right there. Whereas when it was hollow, that was 3 blocks, and then a 4th for this raised ridge, and actually 5 for this one, because it has the 2. So less work for the graphics card if it's solid, but I think I will trim it down, which will mean it counts as, most of these count as 2 blocks instead of just 1, but that's better than the 5 it used to be. And the verticals are also going to be solid. I don't think they are quite yet. Are they? I guess they are, or are they just thin? Okay, yeah, I did make them solid. There's no problem with them being solid. But I still have to finish doing it to the rest of the base. I did punch holes to sunlight. The whole ceiling, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to cover it up with a chiseled flat black piece, which will still be the border, because it won't, because this is the black anti-blocks, and they do have this visible border, but it will still let natural light through, which makes it easier to light everything up, and I think it's going to make it look nicer. I still have the graffiti somebody left here. One other change is these are not salination towers. They look like it, but if you notice, they don't have all the rivet details on them, and we don't have the controller, and it looks like there are some squid down inside. These are just chisel, flat colored blocks. Dark orange block number 103, because it looked as similar as I could get, filled with actual water. They're still wired up as if, yeah, here we can see there's got some red marks here. I should lay out some lights underneath. There we go. And I guess one over here. That one didn't take. There it is. Yeah, the yellow are fine, because that'll never be fully dark. The sun is setting, but yeah, there, see? Light comes back up, so it's never, we've got automation to make it so that it's never nighttime here. So just got to do the underhanging areas where there could be some red. Anyway, yeah, these things are all still here. They're not actually attached to anything. So what do you think? Or if these are fake salination towers, where is the brine coming from? Well, Thorgal's set up a place where we can get these creative drums of brine. Now, I've set up my whole system. Let's turn off F7. So that 3 salination towers provides all the brine I need for this setup. It was backing up in the tank that I had right there. So as much as I can draw out was more than what I was producing. So I'm still drawing out the same amount, but now I have an infinite supply. So it makes no change to this setup, except that these towers and everybody else that had them were really lagging the server. By making this change, we made a huge difference in the quality of the server. So it was a worthwhile change. I mean, it looks the same pretty much. It functions the same, but it's better for the server. So we made that little concession to server quality. Is the system still doing things? Well, it looks like I finished processing all my iron ore. Very good. So this isn't even doing anything anymore. Alright, so where am I going to put the battery? So I still haven't really decided how I'm going to lay everything out here. But this is a construction that once I start building it, I don't want to move it. I'm thinking maybe centered down. Well, I don't want it centered down here, do I? Let's see. Because it won't fit in one chunk. So it'll have to fit in 4 chunks. So I might as well center it. That is one problem with having the holes. I do get rain. Actually, once I put a cover up there, I won't get the rain anymore. I could also put a grass cover up at the top of all the holes so you won't tell from the surface, but they'll still act like light tunnels. So yes, I think I will place it either in this corner here or centered on this wall. I think I'll do it in the corner here. I think that's a good spot for it. Got plenty of room since it's lower. Alright, so let's get out some working blocks here and mark the center of the chunks. Let me turn this off. And I'm going to have a floor down here. I'm going to have some sort of way to get from the upper to the lower floors. But I think this will be good. And I'm going to make this, well, it's 18 by 18, so it's going to be even. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the same here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that'll work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And back again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, I run out. 8, 9. All right. That will be the shape of it. Let's go ahead and make the full base. Let's get a bunch of those. Get out my wand. And go blap, 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 blap. Don't hit the top or I'll have a big cleanup mess. It's one thing these things don't have undo like Chisel and Bits does. There we go. That'll be the floor of the thing. Alright, so let's switch to actually putting it together. Let's get rid of this stuff and get out my induction casings. Alright. So first, we'll lay down an edge. Actually, yeah, just lay down an edge and then duplicate that across. That'll be the bottom of it. There we go. Now we have to lay down an entire ring. Then I can level up that ring with the wand. And I think all these little bolts will disappear once it becomes a multi-block. Oh, I need more. I got more. Though it doesn't seem like I've got enough. I mean, some of it will become... I wonder if I miscalculate on how many of these I need. Because that's 2 layers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, how am I doing? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's the top. Now I've got to make 1 row. It looks like I might have enough. Make this row all the way across. And then... Come on, you can do it. Bang. 18 by 18 by 18. With some left over. It did not form a multi-block, but I think it has to have at least some blocks inside. Now it's time to do that. Let's go up here and punch a hole. And let's get those out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right. Swap that. I like how they change. They start out, oh, I hope that's just a visual glitch. That better just be a visual glitch. Oh no, did that actually... That actually downgraded them. Oh no, that's a bug. They're all downgraded. I just lost a whole bunch. And the server... Maybe I crashed the server. No? I just can't open my inventory. Alright, there it is. Let's check some of those back. Yep, they're green now. Okay. Note for everybody. Do not use the unbreakable wand with these things. I just lost 13. Ugh. Alright, that means I gotta place them all by hand. This is going to take a little while, and it's not going to be that entertaining. So, I'm going to do this and come back when I've just about got it filled up. See you in a little bit. Okay, I switched wands to the one from Extra Utilities. This is the original Builder's wand. It's tried and true, and thankfully, it works with the induction cells. They look green at first, but then it must fire whatever code changes them to purple afterwards. So I can clickety-clickety-click, and there's a little bit of lag as I place them, probably because they're a connected texture. And it's recalculating all those connected textures as I go, and it's probably connecting to all of them. So the more of them that are here, the worse the lag gets as you place one. And I'm placing a lot. Had to go back and get the last little bit I had forgotten in my storage system. Should run out here shortly because I lost the 13. Yep, there. It's the last one. And one of these had a little bit of power in it. Oh, I'm in the hole now. So I should have a couple of providers. Well, that's the energy cube. Where are the providers? I probably put them on the other page. Yep. There they are. And I should have the green ones that I got back when I broke the bad ones. Where are they? Induction. There they are, 13. I might as well put them in for right now. I can make upgrades to fill in the missing holes later. 4 extra. So 1, 2. Now I can seal it up with these. It should not turn into a multi-block yet. I'm going to put in a tap here, and this should do it. This should finalize the multi-block. It did not. Does it need 2? An input and an output. And then you need a configurator, I think, or just... Oops. Can we right-click? Nope. Get my configurator. Except that's not answering. Well, I seem to have lost connection to the server. Maybe it's trying to multi-part this whole thing. I hope the server isn't lagging. I hope I didn't break the server. I mean, I've built these things before. But that was in 1.7. This is 1.10, so there may... Well, we'll see if it goes all the way dark. If it goes all the way dark, then that means nothing's running, and this seemingly change of time is just on the client side. Yeah, it's getting dark. Still can't open anything. Test. Nothing. Alright, I better go investigate to see if I broke something. My coordinates 2814 5447. Alright, I got that. Oh, if this, like, making one of these crashes the server after all the work I've put into it. Well, folks, I don't know whether I am pissed or just dejected. But seems Mechanism has a lot of problems. For the same reason we had to get rid of our salination towers and replace them with fake mock-ups. Turns out this thing is killing the server. It went from 20 down to 13 TPS here. I'm going to break it. Okay. And the TPS is going back up again. Yep. This thing, well, there, just dropped down low again. But there's some other guys online doing things. This thing... It came back after the last thing you saw. It may have been the very first time I formed it, it caused a lag, or maybe it was something else. Could have been just my internet connection for some reason. Because every other time since if I put the block back and it reforms, it's fine. But if it's running and it's getting power, and it's getting power through these two ports here, because I went ahead and I moved my two solar arrays over here to start filling it up. But, yeah, putting power into this thing kills the server. Thorgal came and took down the chunk loaders that were keeping it loaded, just so that everybody else could actually play on the server. I thank him for that. But, yeah, I've spent weeks making this thing. But I guess the mod did not survive the upgrade to 1.10 Minecraft very well, and it doesn't work well enough. So, this is the Minecraft room. I mean, the Mechanism room. This is where the 5x ore processing lives. I am going to disable its power. Turn my magnet back on. And this is going to be a tomb. I'm not going to move here. I am just going to seal this place up. The others can come and vandalize if they feel like it. I wouldn't recommend taking anything because it's all Mechanism. And Mechanism is not going to work very well, it seems. Is that everything? Oh, no, underneath. I don't want that. Leave that here. That, I think, is all of the power. So that's disabled. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to leave that zombie that seemed to have come out of nowhere as it is. I'm going to take my chunk loaders. They're not mechanism. But I'll put this in there. And that, it seems, is the end of mechanism and the end of this base. I'm going to do something else, I guess. You can probably hear it in my voice. I am very dejected. Hello, poisonous thing. How did it get me? Oh well. I am rather dejected that all this work is for naught. I put a bug report in. Maybe Adrian C. Bailey, whatever his name is, Brady, can find the problem and fix it quickly. There are a lot of pending bugs in the bug tracker for that mod, though, so I don't think it's going to happen. If it does, maybe I'll go back to that base. I don't know. There might be a short break as I try and get myself together and figure out what I want to do on this server, because it's all sort of gone down the mechanism tubes. Let me know in the comments what you think. I could use some cheering up. Until next time, this is Nonsanity signing out. Take care. Be good. And see you next time? Question mark?